Okay, so there's is the idea of do I want to represent myself or do I want to represent somebody else? Well, at the same time, why do I feel that I wanted to get disability? At the same time, why do I feel that I don't want to get disability? I think okay. I come to this conclusion or this idea or this viewpoint of I want to represent myself. At the same time, I'm representing another entity that I want to grow, and I'm growing into myself as such as like recalling myself. Simultaneously, that thing of God, that idea of God, Mother, Father, Essence, God, Spark, is growing because I'm growing. In all fullness of, it's not that God's using me, it's just that it's happening because it's just a coinciding part together to be the same thing, of it just coming together that way, as not that there is a coincidences, because if you control your whole world and you pretty much decide everything that happens in your life, then so like you're a creator, you're never a victim, you choose to learn something from this lesson, so then there wouldn't be any coincidences. So in a sense, the only way that there is a coincidence is unless you do choose to live your life as a victim and you're willing to blame everybody else for everything. And so you basically give your power away, and still, the only way that there is a coincidences, though, is having things benefit because you're benefiting yourself. And so, in a sense, it's about finding a balance. It's about to be comfortable and to go about growing into yourself, at the same time growing because in a sense, is if you're God, if you're a God of your own world and you're a creator and you're made in the same image as God, that never means the body image of God, because that's where DNA comes in, that's where evolution comes in, and creation comes in as when God, as that the feeling, your like your feelings and your thoughts and that such thing. That's what God is, and that's creation. That's what creation is. God is everything. And then you can say, well, there's God's spark, the beginning of thoughts and everything like that. And then I guess you could say Mother, Father, Essence would be us, in a sense of our essence, because we're essence. We're the essence of God. We're part of God. We're created just like God. So in a sense, we're not Mother, Father, Essence at all, because that's like our Mother, Father. And still, it's about finding that balance and being able to grow into yourself so you can grow. And in a sense, if you're going to grow and you're able to grow, it's in certain circumstances, like if you had a child or a friend as a pet, or not a pet. Yeah, okay, a pet, yet a friend that's an animal, that's a dog or a cat. So you're taking care of them. You're providing them food, because being that we're kind of the top species or top animal or whatnot, or a very forceful, impactful race of beings, that we pretty much are so strong in what we will and what we want that we just pretty much take it and go. And there's a point where we gotta start realizing that we're not the only ones, and our actions do affect others. Maybe when the whole of humanity, the collective, understands that we're not alone, that all our actions actually do affect others, never just the ones that are near us, that we can go out and touch or go learn about in a book, in a sense. Like from school, and there is a difference of education in school. It's just, regardless, then that's why we kind of live in this two kinds of understanding of a world. Because there's this one world where you get taught in like your educational, where or at least in my education, I was taught that the government fears you, that you have all the power. Now, our schooling system doesn't teach us that, and our government doesn't want us to do that, even though it would actually say that we are not alone and our actions do affect others. If we changed from what we're doing now and never do that and do something other, then we would have that kind of understanding. Since we kind of live in this where you get taught it like it's real life, and you get this understanding. So you get schooled from real life of like television and radio, and not necessarily radio. It's part of it. It's more around television, because the more you see something, the more like images you see, like commercials. Like, there's a reason why they still play 5 seconds of a commercial or 30 seconds of a commercial, more or less like 5 seconds of a commercial, or even less time of that, because you still pick up on it. You still know what it is. Subliminally, that half a second, you consciously don't, not necessarily never pick up on it. Your subconscious does. And so that's why you still have those 5-second commercials, because they played them so much, or something like that, or they're so well known, in a sense, that it's going to be remembered anyway. Well, yeah, I guess it's also, at the same time, it is a challenge to keep that balance, to not really get lost in, not necessarily lost. At the same time, there's that challenge to where to be balanced, and really have to do that. At the same time, it's about not getting so wrapped up in the story of human, because to me, you could be too much human, just like you could be not human enough while you're being human. Because, like, I say that in the sense of, like, to be too much human at this moment is to do with what, like, the mainstream normal full-fledged of acting as the collective kind of instead of just you, of your actions don't affect anything outside the world. You're the only one. Everything you got taught in school is what it is. Every time you go to a school and you pick up a book, that's what it is. Now, then you got your education, and it affects others. Every decision you make, it affects others. In a sense, we can say this is therapy. This is literally therapy for myself. Being able to take time to reflect and to understand. And sure, I'm going to post this video on YouTube. Yet, I'm not necessarily posting it for anybody except for being wise into doing that of, oh, well, if I put this on somebody else's server, then I'm never going to have to think about it getting broken and lost. And I'll be able to go to it from any computer. That's kind of cool. Well, you guys have fun.